What's going on, guys? It's Pixelated, and today we're going to be looking at the most anticipated sneakers releasing in July. Some that are hype, some that are not as hype, and some that I just like personally and would like to share with you guys. We're also going to look at some rumored sneaker releases. There's not much else to say here. Feel free to like the video and or subscribe to the channel at any point if you enjoy it, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on the next upload. Now let's get to the list. We're going to start off with one of the first releases of this month. Coming up really soon, it's the Air Jordan 1 Hyper Royal. It's pretty much an all blue Jordan 1 with a white swoosh and white wings logo. Honestly, I didn't even want to talk about these because I don't really like them, but it seems to be the popular shoe to talk about. Probably because it's the first one and the Jordan 1s have been on a roll lately, but they're not that nice to me. These are going to sit. If you want a pair, it should be easy to get. They're dropping July 7th. On to the next, we have the Yeezy 500 in utility black. It is releasing the same day as the Hyper Royals on July 7th. There's not much to say here. I love the shoe. I already have the blush pair and I don't need these. If you need work shoes that stand out with the design, or you don't have a pair of Yeezy 500s, or you do have a pair of Yeezy 500s and are a completionist and want them in all colorways, or if you just like black shoes, these are for you. There's a ton of stock on them. They most likely will still sell out. However, resale is most likely going to be dead. So if you want them, they should be easy to get. Just be there on the release time and you will get your pair easily. Moving on to the next shoe. Now, I've never been a big Jordan 3 guy. Blasphemous, I know. And these just strengthen my case. I know a lot of Jordan 3 fans are going to like this shoe. I get it. Yes, they're unique. Multiple colors on the back midsole and the lace cage. They've got this mix of pink, blue, and evergreen on those portions of the shoe. The rest of the shoe is black, but it's really nothing special to me. It seems like a boring upper with hits of random colors. It is the Air Jordan 3 K54. I'm sure the K54 ball tournament has some say and reason as to why they picked these colors, but I'm not willing to look into it. Not to sound like I'm roasting anybody who likes these, because I'm not, but they're just not doing it for me. I think these will sell out pretty quickly, but if you really want a pair and you miss out, they shouldn't be going for too much. I'd honestly be surprised to even go for anything over retail in the aftermarket. So if you want your pair, be there for the drop, because they will sell out, or be willing to wait for resale to die, or to pay maybe $20-$30 over resale during the initial drop. Moving on to do a complete 360 on this one. These are most likely my second favorite pair of Jordan 3s after the Tinkers. Slated to release on July 9th, it's the Air Jordan 3 JTH in Bio Beige. By far the most confusing basis for a Jordan collaboration I've ever seen. We had the initial Air Jordan 3 JTH. JTH is a combination of famed pop star and singer Justin Timberlake's initials and Nike shoe designer Tinker Hatfield's initials, hence the JT for Justin Timberlake and the TH for Tinker Hatfield. It's a little more confusing because we don't really know why Justin Timberlake has a shoe with Jordan Brand, a basketball company, but hey, if you come out with good shoes, I'm not complaining. I wasn't too fond of the first pair in the collaboration because it just looked like a regular white Jordan 3 with a swoosh on it, but because the swoosh was white also, it was inconspicuous and looked even more like a regular basic Jordan 3. This pair is far more interesting. It's colorful in the beige colorway and it may have some more unique details, like the word higher in all caps raised near the ankle area on the medial side of the shoe. That detail hasn't been confirmed yet, but I have seen pictures of it, so it might be on this shoe, it might be on another shoe. However, this is a reference to Justin Timberlake's track Higher Higher on his latest album, Man on the Woods. As a fan of his older work, I'd have preferred something from that era on his shoes, but it wouldn't be fair to him since he's still releasing music currently. Either way, that premium suede finish and that beige colorway just looks great, and I actually want to try to get these. These are going to sell out ASAP and are going to be hot, so if you want them, stay posted. Make sure to be on the sites on release day, or camp out and hit the raffles. Do whatever you gotta do. Now, this next one is a personal favorite of mine. Puma has been killing it with these retro shoes. The RSO is a really great silhouette. I really wished I was able to cop the Sonic Hedgehog pair just because I grew up on Sonic and the execution on those was just phenomenal. The hairy suede. They weren't the most wearable pair of shoes, although I definitely would have wore them, but they paid tribute to the iconic Sonic character in games really well. I mean, the thing had real Sonic rings on it, for crying out loud. What more could you ask for? So this pair in particular is called the Puma Game Restarts. I think they're great and I'd love to get my hands on these. There's most likely no hype on them in a resale sense, nor should that matter. Wearing what you like is what makes sneakers more fun. Stop buying the same thing everyone else is buying just because it's rare and limited and has a huge artist behind it. I mean, unless you really like them. Then my bad. But seriously, I see people wearing the same thing so often now, it makes you wonder if people are even thinking for themselves now. And I guess that makes me sort of a hypocrite also because I do buy that stuff too. But I do actually like that stuff. It just so happens that everyone else likes it too. A lot of the times the rareness and limitedness of it doesn't really matter to me. As long as I really like the shoe, of course it does make sense that the better looking shoe is going to be more hype too. That definitely plays a part in it. But without going into too far of a tangent, these are an easy cop, not on any reseller's radar, so go ahead and get them on July 13th if you want them. Moving on, we have easily one of the most anticipated sneaker releases of July. They released to a more limited capacity in June. It's the shoe that's making waves for Nike and being prematurely touted as potential sneaker of the year. It's the Nike React Element 87. It's releasing on July 13th as well in a sail and black colorway. Coming from a more limited release in June, these shoes have been admired and wanted by many, but only given to so few. Hopefully there's a ton more stock this time around. These shoes are hot, everybody is after them, so if you want a pair, make sure to do your research and stay posted on these drops on July 13th. Like I said, they're coming out in a sail and black colorway, the sail being more popular than the black, but they're both going to sell out regardless. This next sneaker, I'm not sure how reliable this information is. I doubt this is going to happen, but apparently, you know that collaboration sneaker Don C kept teasing with Jordan Brand, and it was repeatedly getting trashed and deuced on? Well, apparently that might be releasing on July 14th in multiple colorways. It's the Jordan Legacy 312, pretty self-explanatory, a mix of the Jordans 1, 2, and 3. I'm being honest, they've looked hideous in all the candid photos I've seen of them, but with more colorways on the horizon, some of them don't look too bad. They're still not anything amazing so far as I'm concerned, but I think they're good enough for me to warrant a purchase. If we're talking about whether they're hype or dead, I'd still consider these dead. They might just sell out because it's a Don C collab. I don't see any visible luxury hits on it, so maybe the pricing won't be as outrageous as the Don C Jordan 2, but they shouldn't be selling for much over retail unless they're extremely limited. Either way, I might have to give these guys a shot depending on which colorway releases, but so far it's not looking too hot for these sneakers. If you really want them, I would definitely say keep track. Make sure you're up on the day of release and you're focused and you're paying attention on when the shoes are dropping, because they might sell out. A lot of people might take a chance on these just because they're a Don C collab, but I'm not feeling too hot on these. Coming up, we have the super duper fire Air Max 1 collab with Nike and Para. Para or Para is a clothing company launched by designer Peter Para. I don't know if I'm saying that right. It could be Pietra or whatever, however you want to say it. He's known for his distinct, vibrant designs, and you can really tell when it's his art that's printed on something. I'm not going to pretend like I know this guy's art, but I have looked up some of his stuff just after looking at this collab, and it is really nice. Regardless, these Air Max 1s look clean, and they're definitely going to sell out super fast. They release on July 21st, and what looks even cleaner is the friends and family pair. Jeez Louise, if only those released to the public. It's times like these where it kind of sinks in that we allow sneaker companies to dupe us out of their better designs by making them friends and families pairs. How are we letting these pretentious moves slide, fam? And that track jacket that's part of the collaboration looks fire too. These are releasing on July 21st, like I said. Once again, if you really want these are definitely going to sell out ASAP, so pay attention, ladies and gentlemen. Finally, we have the Nike X Off-White Presto in black. Not much to be said here. Ever since Virgil's initial Nike X Off-White collab, every Nike Off-White pair has been hella coveted and sells out almost immediately. This will be no different. The resellers are out here for their money, the hypebeasts are out there for their pair, and their mamas are helping them out too. So if you want them, keep your ear to the streets and your eyes to the window screens. There's no confirmed date for these, but the rumored release date right now is July 27th. Keep in mind, these might not even release in July as with any other unconfirmed release, but definitely keep up to date if you want them. There's been a lot of noise going around of the Off-White Presto for the longest time, so these might just release this month, who knows. Hopefully not though, so that Nike can give us some time to like take a breather, you know what I'm saying? But once again, definitely keep up to date if you want these. Moving on, once again, another Nike X Off-White collab. It's the Nike Air Max 97 in Elemental Rose, somewhat of a soft pink colorway. Personally, I don't think these are that nice, but if I did cop, I'd probably wear them. Whether these are actually releasing is anybody's guess. Call me skeptical, but I don't think this pair is gonna release this month. It might not even release anytime soon. I don't even know if it's a confirmed colorway. It is rumored though, and if it does, there's definitely hype and it's definitely going to be difficult to get, so stay posted. On to the next and final sneaker of this list. I personally don't think these are going to release either, but we have the Nike X Off-White Blazer Mid in canvas or pale vanilla, whatever it might be called. It's this yellowish colorway of the Nike Blazer. These look amazing to me. I really do hope they release, and hopefully I could get a pair, but I'm not going to go in too much on these just because this is a rumor as well. It's as much of a rumor as a rumor can get. There isn't even a rumored release date. I've seen them listed on one site slated for release this month, and that's about it. But if these do drop, just know they're going to be gone before you see them if you're not prepared. That wraps up the list. What did you guys think? Were there any sneakers in there that you were interested in? Were there any sneakers in there that were completely hideous and you think the sneaker industry should just shun them away completely? Or were you just not fazed by this month's releases? Let me know in the comments below. That's it for me today. Catch you later. Pixelated is out.